the day has started with excitement because Tallulah's float brakes aren't working. So she's going to take my float, and we've got Mr. Red here, who has handled this very well because he's just been brought over from Murrumbateman and then unloaded here. But he's got the dregs of Jed's food, so he's happy. Did you just squeal? Go say hi to her again. That was cute. You are too old for that, my friend. Ooh, Jed's got a boyfriend. Oh my god. Me, Penny would like to be on the float. Me, not so much. You good? You're gonna be fine on your own. So we've had a morning, but we've arrived. What greeted you this morning, Rachel? Pardon? What greeted you this morning? He's gone. Where was he gone? He escaped. So we left his yard overnight and was just hanging out next to Lola, right next to the open gate that led to the highway. But as you can see, he survived. He's here. Penny's back there. You can kind of just see her eating her hay. It's a pretty big environment. Like, there's a lot going on. I'll take you up here. That's the show jumping, and then the hacking is happening over there. But there are cars and floats literally everywhere. So we're lucky we found a spot. I mean, it's a lot. It's a bit frantic, isn't it? Rachel's doing makeup. Tallulah's getting tacked up. Penny has been watching like this for like an hour now. What are you doing? Right. First one about to get on. It's alright. You've got new friends. Hang out with them. Please stay. Good girl. Nope, she's not happy. Good girl. was a day full of incidents, wasn't it, Rachel?
It was an event.
It started in the morning with a message from Rachel just saying Selby is gone, which I thought meant Selby is dead. But it turned out the gate had been left open and Selby went for a party. On the plus side, he didn't go out the open gate at the front of the property, which he could have, onto the highway. He just hung out with Lola. And then came trotting up to his mother, being like, "Hello, Mum, it's breakfast time." Pretty good. So started with that, and then we were like ready to go, get a call from Tallulah being like, my float's acting really weird, I don't know what's going on. Turns out her brakes have gone. So then we had to unload Red, get my float onto Tallulah's car, load Red, load our horses, go running about an hour late at this point. Starting to get a bit stressed. Get to Cooma, nowhere to park. Get right down to the very end of the little like roadie thing where all these rides are. Manage to get the float in there, tie our horses up. Next minute, the rides start and all of the horses lose their minds.
We almost died.
And then some nice lady, actually Kylie Koff, lovely lady, let us have her yards, which is very, very sweet. That was, yeah, total relief. And then Rach and Tallulah did their hacking. Red, very quiet, very calm horse, lovely. Selby did not like the rides, first time he's ever seen rides. And it was very intense. Like the rides were right there as well, and there were 3 that kind of like seemed normal, and then they'd suddenly pop up and start like whirling around and make these big noises, and then they'd go back down again, and then 5 minutes later start up again. So just when the horses would like relax, it'd start again. So that sucked. But in the end, he settled down. He did some really good workouts. Don't know why, like Rachel placed into the class, 2 of the classes. Yeah. And then like some bizarre judging. But this is what I don't like about hacking. And we've just had this whole conversation where I'm like, it's not based on anything, because you could have the nicest horse there, who's behaving like beautifully, do the workout correctly, and some other person still gets a ribbon. I don't get it. But still a win, because he did settle down. He actually behaved really well by the end.
By the end, he didn't care about the rides. He didn't care about the bunting. He didn't care about the wood chopping. He did at the start.
Lots of comments about what a beautiful horse he is, and that's always nice. Got on Penny, went to do my 50, was like, yep, this is going to be fine. My horse takes everything in her stride. She did not.
Nope.
Got to the warm-up. Penny was like, we didn't get any of it in video, unfortunately, but that's probably because at that point Rachel was like worrying for my safety.
I actually thought Zoe was going to die.
She was like jumping in the air, kind of humping.
Her haunches,
her legs were coming underneath her, and it's because of the rides. Like, I've never actually had her be that bad. Like, I've never felt her that explosive.
Penny has been.
Like, she felt explosive. I screamed at Rachel, which I still feel ashamed about. Rachel's like, it's fine. I'm like, I'm never gonna forgive myself. So by that point I was like, I could not get her over a warm-up jump because I couldn't actually turn her towards the jumps. Like, she was losing her mind. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just go into the ring for the 50. And aside from, so we like walk in, she was like, can't walk over this grass, don't want to go over there, don't want to go over here.
Started as Zoe walked in. The wood chopper started.
One whole side of the ring had all of this, like all the crowd, and then at the back there were just people doing the wood chopping, which is great. So in the end, like, got around my 50. She wouldn't go over jump 4, which was kind of closest to where the crowd was, but Jackie, who's lovely, just kind of caught her, who she was judging, and she was like, just go to the next jump. So that was good. And then after that, I just stayed on Penny and like walked her around a lot, and she calmed down almost completely. It took a while, and took a lot of exposure, but she started calming down and then could warm up quite nicely. And what was interesting was she'd be flipping out, and then I'd turn her to a jump and she'd be like, oh, I know what to do, and would just go for the jump. So got around our 70. Again, she wouldn't go over jump 4. Jackie again let us keep going. So obviously we were eliminated, but got around the rest of the course, and she actually jumped really, really nicely. So the moral of the story is, I'm glad that I stayed and did it. It was a good reminder that Penny's still very green.
And Cooma Show is a lot.
Cooma Show is a lot. Don't know that I'll do that again. And also a good reminder that we've come a long way with the jumping, because the jumps were not a problem. She had no issue with the jumps.
She jumped beautifully.
Jumped really nicely. So yeah, going home very tired. Not the day.
Very tired horses.
Not the day that we thought we were going to have, but still glad we did it.
Yeah, as soon as we saw those rides, we both were like,
we have made an error of judgment.
This is going to be an interesting time.
I will say, there was one girl in the warm-up, and I'm going to call this out because I think it was really messed up, and I did scream at her, and maybe that wasn't the right thing to do, but actually, I don't regret it. So this girl came right up the back of Penny, and Penny was being very, very volatile by this point, like literally lining horses up. And I just turned around and said, hey, just so you know, my horse kicked, sorry. And she said, well, why don't you put an effing red ribbon in its tail? And I said, you know what? I just politely told you that my horse kicks out of the kindness of my fucking heart. And you rode up the back of me. There was actually no need to be that rude. So how about you don't fucking ride up the back of my horse? And she said, well, fuck you. And I said, how about fuck you? It wasn't my best moment, but everyone else was being so nice. People were being genuinely lovely to each other. I understand that I could put a red ribbon in Penny's tail, but you know what? I used to do that and no one cared. I had the exact same problem. I still had to say to everyone, my horse kicks. People could just ride up the back of any horse as though it would kick, because guess what? Any horse can kick. It's not just the ones that kick. So, little PSA for all you riders out there, especially young riders who seem to be the worst offenders. Maybe learn how to safely move around other horses in a warm-up. And if someone says to you, if someone says to you, hey, my horse kicks, they're doing it because they don't actually want their horse to kick you in the head or hurt your horse. But next time, I won't be so kind. So that's the end of my rant. But that was a real sour point because everyone else was so bloody lovely in this entire show. Like, people coming up to us and being really friendly and really kind and really generous. And all it takes is one spoiled brat to ruin a show. So if you're watching this, girl who was very rude to me, just know that that was completely inappropriate behavior and very unsportsmanlike. I hope you reflect on that. All right, we're going to take our horses home, muck out some stables, and then, yeah, hopefully have a better show next time. Over and out. Here you go. Carrot for the good girl. And that. Yeah. Okay, fine, you can have one too. Can't say no to you. My favorite girl want a carrot. You didn't do anything today, but here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Good girl. Look at your face. Hello, darling. Oh, that's not a bad end to the day, hey.